Hello. So today I'm still working on potting stuff up, I kind of just throw the seeds in there, let them go, and then I move them to singular pots what I want. So that's what I've been working on. There's been a lot of it. Last week I started 57 different varieties last weekend of things between tomatoes and peppers and everything else. It's been hectic and busy. So I was just going to share a little bit of this with you. I got my tags all made. So I'm going to start with this Sunset Mix Gomphrena. And I got my trays ready yesterday. I just poke a hole, I put my little plant in and cover it. Easy peasy. So like I said, I use Pro Mix for this. My seed starter is from America Land Products in West Branch, Iowa. It is awesome because, as you can see, these poor plants here, they have not had any sun. They've been sitting over on my day bed. No sun, no nutrients, just a little bit of water. And look at how wonderfully they've held up to my abuse. This is the easy part. The hard part is getting all the soil ready. So I kind of just sit out in the garage and do a marathon. Yesterday was nice enough I could just sit out there. Well, not sit, I stand. And get them done. As long as you were out of the wind, you were all right yesterday. That wind's been bitter. I don't know how it is with you guys. We're running a little cool right now. It's supposed to be a lot warmer than what it is during the day and at night. But we'll get there. It's Iowa. We're used to this. They give us little signs of spring and then they take it back. And always very windy in the spring. Yeah, over the weekend, there was some plants I wanted to move out, and I'll share that later in the video, to the back barn. But we're supposed to be in the teens over the weekend, so, and I have to work, so I can't be here to watch them closely. So as you can see, I'm kind of rough with them. I probably shouldn't be, but here's the thing. As long as you grab from the top, and look at the roots on these. Let's see if I can get this up here good. Can you see the roots? There we go. I mean, their root balls are awesome. And this potting, or the seed starter mix, I do buy it with the fertilizer. They use, what is it, a kelp? I'd have to look at the bag. But that's what they usually use. So this is my life right now. I do have some seeds to start yet. I have zinnias, sunflowers. I don't think I'm going to start cosmos by seed. The reason being, mine just never do really well. They do a lot better if I just stick them in the ground. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I might start a few. I have decided I'm having the seedling sale. I wasn't going to do it this year, but I've been getting a lot of text asking about plants. So I put in my last video that my plugs came in. I got those all up and going. So I just put my tags in. I don't get too crazy with tags. When I get to the seedling sale, I will make tags for the ones that are going out. But usually I know what's going on with them. Okay, that's that. So now we gotta hurry. I got a loaf of bread, bacon. I will do the other side with Atomic Purple Gomphrena. But should we do a little seedling tour? Let's wait on that. I actually have bread baking. I gotta go pull out of the oven in about 3 minutes. So this is, like I said, my life right now. I've got one more small batch to start of seeds, and then seed starting for the year will be done. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. The bread's out. And yes, I do bake my own bread, because to buy a good quality bread at the store, it costs a fortune. Good gracious. So I do. I bake my own. I got a sourdough starter. And I might make some sourdough brownies later today. We'll see. See how the day goes. So these are the seedlings that I started the other day. This is some larkspurs, Dara, and what else do I have in here? Oh, Didiscus. So, and we've got germination on them. Some of the larkspur was old seed, so I'm not expecting too much from it. In this tray, we've got nasturtiums. Lots of nasturtiums. Sorry, I got a new tripod, so I got to learn how to work it. And lots of celosia germinating. And I did have humidity domes on these. I just took them off. It was easier that way. This is the carnations, the different carnations. I've had great germination on those. Right here, I'm not even going to pull them out. That's the blue butterfly pea in the middle. Sweet peas on the end, those were old seed too, and pea seed loses germination rates real fast, so they may not do well. And then I've got passion flower here. Not much on the passion flower. We'll see. I'm going to have to see what I'm doing wrong on that, because I really want some passion flower vines. And here we've got, oh, that's the peach screamer tobacco, flowering tobacco, honeywort, hyssops, and agastache, which are not germinating very fast for me. And that makes me sad because I love those. Here's my basil. Holy buckets. I have a basil problem. The tomatoes are up. Pepper seeds are just starting to pop. This is the purple millet. And what's in the middle there? Oh, that's that marigolds, white mignonette. Nothing really on the bronze fennel yet. And feverfew, the tetra feverfew. So when we get down here, Lisianthus, and bachelor buttons. Those are all snapdragons, Lisianthus, snaps, 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 and some Lisianthus, I think, in that one. Oh, and some Cupid's dart. This is kind of a everything that I can in that tray. All right, just wait till you see this. So I had to turn a fan on. I have a ceiling fan, but I had to get another fan for this room because we've gotten a little full. Oh, doesn't that look pretty? The grape jelly with that orchid? That's very pretty. So, Lisianthus. This is Coleus. I think there's some stock in there and some Linaria stock. Violets. Bachelor buttons. Lisianthus. Lisianthus. So I have like 700 Lisianthus plants. That is, people love them. That's what I sold the heck out of last year. So there's shallots. They need to go out. There's a fennel, some chamomile, and there's some sage in there too, but I cut it yesterday. I made a pot of beans. So more shallots. Lisianthus, Lisianthus, Lisianthus. Sorry about the fan. I think this is all stock. Oh, that's the Celine Carmine. What is it? Celine Sabella Carmine. That is for the cottage garden. Now this is stock. and it's looking a little yellow, so it probably could use some seaweed fertilizer. I try to hold off on that because I'm not gonna lie, it makes my house smell really good when I use this. So this is cress and cabbages, lots of cabbages, cauliflower, broccoli, there's some beets in there. Up on top, we've got the ginger, the thyme, we've got lots of herbs, chamomile, parsley, lots of herbs on top. Oh, 72 in here. It's warm out this morning, it's just super windy. So there's my pot of pansies. And then I found these down at the dollar store for $1. It only holds a single pansy though, but for $1, because the roots are just crazy on those. So there's some eucalyptus, my pot of lettuce, and some more chamomile. Sorry, it's dark out. I get an early start, not gonna lie. I have to be to work by 6 a.m. I live 45 minutes away from my work, so I always am up early, even on days off. So these are all for the cottage garden, Lysianthus. I think that's Cupid's dart, rose campion. So here is ranunculus and anemones. And like I said, they're going to be going out hopefully Monday. I need some room. All right, so here's a really nice tray here. Look at those beautiful things. Those are cabbages and cauliflowers. I have some sweet Annie towards the back. Snapdragons. This is straw flowers. Straw flowers and snapdragons. So you kind of, these are all straw flowers. You kind of get the gist of it. Yeah. This is all gomphrena. Is there anything else? Yeah, straw flowers, gomphrena, that kind of stuff. So here's my extras at the bottom. These are the ones that have not been potted up, that I already have 20 or so of these. So I always wait before I get rid of them, just in case. You just never know. You know, I'm one of those. Last year I have a portable greenhouse. I put it up out back, excuse me, in front of the barn. I had it all tied down and everything, put plants in it, and then my husband texts me, your greenhouse just blew over. I mean, it was 50-mile-an-hour winds that day, but I got to come home after 14 hours and go out back and pick up what was left of, I had like 7 trays of stuff in there. I lost 3 of it. So, I mean, that's just the chance we take when we do things like that. So I do have a solution this year. We'll be going back to the barn in a bit, and I'll be showing you that. But, so we keep the extras for a while. What I don't use, gosh, I'd love it if somebody would just come take them and say, hey, we'll pot them up and take care of them and plant them out, but most people won't. So they'll probably end up in my compost pile. So let's go to, I can't call it the nursery anymore because I got so many little plants out here. See, I have a little bit of space left. I do have some lights ordered for the bottom shelves. They should be in any day. And I actually have one out in the barn I could bring in and use. So I might do that. That's a good idea. Always thinking. So let's head to the laundry room. All right, laundry room. Snapdragons. We've got some heliopsis. We've got the sea holly and rose campion. And then I think there's some of the mullein at the end. This is the mountain snow euphorbia. It's really kind of tall. It grows fast. So there's some more Heliopsis, the mullein, snapdragons, some more shallots. This is Dusty Miller. I actually got quite a bit of that. Some more baby coleus, sorry. Some June in the back. And there is Status. More Lysianthus. Yes. More Lysianthus and Gomphrena. And what do I have here? Formula 1 Status. So that's all Status. So, yeah, I'm really hoping like the shallots, the cabbages, the other stuff can go out on Monday. Pray for better weather. It's just got to, you know, if it stays in the 30s at night, it'll be all right. So, well, we will pick this up back in the barn. I'm going to go eat some breakfast quick. All right, so now we're back in the barn. Sorry about the darkness, but I'd bring you back in the daylight. With the winds about 40 miles an hour out there, and we're supposed to have another big storm today. So I'm trying to make it smaller. It's not working. So there's the cuddle cats. There's Boo Boo. Otis, who's around my legs. If you hear a lot of bellowing going on, that would be Mia. Mia is a kitten that was dumped here. There she is. On Christmas Eve when it was 50 below, I was at work. So I took her in, and we have not been to the vet yet to make sure we don't have kittens because it's been cold. I mean, the bad thing about that is that they go under the anesthesia. They need to be in a nice warm place. We have not warmed up enough for that yet. I mean, I have heat mats out here, but still, she's so little. She's tiny. So if you hear, and then there's her friend, I'm calling him Sugar Pants or Skipper. Yeah, he's in the window. He's in my window box trying to get in. So this is the barn. It is a working barn. I envy all these people that have these nice, clean barns that are so fancy. I really do. I'm envious. But here's my barn. It's a working barn. Oh, look at, somebody's chopped a little wood. Back there, I have a project going for some dried flower hanging racks. You know, I've got stuff all over. There's my tractor. My husband says it's my stuff. It's really not. It's his. It's all his. But, you know, outdoor chairs. There's the fire pit. As maybe you've seen, probably not. We have 14 grain bins right here to on the left side of the yard, the south side. So guess what? Dust is a way of life. We just get used to that. It's just what happens when you live out, you know, in a small town or the country. So this is what I did. This is my little greenhouse. That's Teddy Graham's. Yeah, he is as big as a bobcat. All these kitties were dumped kitties. I take them in, I get them fixed, I get their shots, and we've got a kitty kennel that goes outside. I think Sugar Pants, he lets me pet him, so I'll be taking him to the vet too. So, this is what I did out here. Teds, can we come in? All right. So, remember I told you last year, oh, this one's not working. I'll have to check that. That side's not, oh, only the top one. Hold on a second. I think I got, there we go. I just had to wiggle the light. So remember I told you last year, I had this outside. It's not the sturdiest. It was 90 bucks on Amazon, $90. But it gave me a little relief to get things out of the house. But then it blew down. And a breeze around here is probably 20 to 30 miles an hour. When I say it's windy, it's 40 miles an hour and up. And this happens all the time in the spring. We're in the Great Plains, you know. It's just what we are. So I got some lights off of Amazon. They're linking lights. These are awesome. And I got one up on top, and I got the ones to the side. They don't heat up. And if it wasn't going to be in the teens this weekend, I'd be out here putting plants in, because right now it's 42. So this is where the ranunculus, anemones, cabbages, they're all going to come. I figure I can keep the zipper down. And the first day I bring some out, I will be here to watch. Because, see, Teddy, he helps out. He's a good helper. He did a real good job on that box for me. So, cuddle cats like to nibble on greens. Can't say as I blame them. I want to nibble on some greens too. It's just not that time. And I do need to replace lights. I've got the light bulbs. I've just got to get the ladder out and get up there and do it. And these are all my raised beds to at least get the front done. So that's what's going on in the barn. You'll see the cuddle cats a lot. I'll do a video on the dried flower racks when I get there. I just have so many things going right now. So that wraps up this part. All right, so let's do a tea blend today. This time of year, gosh, I want spring so bad, but it's cold and it's windy. So I spend a lot more time outside, you know, I'm getting out more. I'm out with the girls more. Yesterday we were out and went hunting for turkey tails, mushrooms. So when I get home, I'm cold, and it was bitter yesterday and very damp. So the tea blend that I like to drink this time of year, I call it Stop the BS, because actually it's very good for blood sugar. Everything in it is very good for your blood sugar, and that's something that I have to watch carefully, because I am not a young lady. I am 54 years old, going on 55. You know, I haven't been through that special time of life yet. I know. Gonna be the oldest lady alive still. Going through monthly. It's wonderful. So, I have to be careful with my blood sugar. It was a little high this last time. Of course, I was carrying on an affair with little Debbie at the time, too. So, what I do for this tea, it is a cup of black tea, and it's like a cappuccino. The reason I started this tea, that I made it, is my dad has a girlfriend who has a high blood sugar, and she likes cappuccino. Well, we all know cappuccino is full of sugar. Cup of cinnamon chips. Ooh, I'm getting crazy with the cinnamon chips. It's all right. And this was just an alternative for her, so she didn't have. Originally, I put licorice root in the tea to sweeten it. Unfortunately, licorice root can raise the blood pressure. That's why you have to be so careful with stuff. Then I have a cup of dandelion root. So I stopped using the licorice root. And I just sweeten it however. I'll show you my way in a minute. And then I put some vanilla beans. I already cut this up. I just buy vanilla beans, organic ones, by like the 50 in a package. It's pricey, but it's not a good tea without it. So that's it. My last batch, I actually put some ashwagandha root in with it because my mother has been ill. This is my teapot going. It's getting loud, isn't it? My mother's been ill, so I made her a batch, and I've been drinking off of it too. But I'm almost out, and with 3 days to go for work, I'm going to need some more. I like to drink this on my way into work in the morning. So not only does it help with blood sugar, dandelion root is a liver detoxifier. In the spring, you're looking for things like that because you get a little slow during the winter and we tend to eat not as well. I'm going to go ahead and throw some in. So I got it all combined up. I'm going to put some in my press. So put 1 to 2 tablespoons in your press and whatever. This is what it looks like all mixed up. Smells amazing. Brew for about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put my hot water in. So, as I said, we tend to not, we eat very rich in the wintertime. Spring is a time of cleansing. I'm going to go ahead and unplug that. Dandelion root's perfect for that. So the nice thing about this is that I'm still working on a cleanse, but I still have something rich and warm, comforting. There's all kinds of things. So we'll give it a few minutes. So the dandelion root is roasted. It's awesome. If you've never tried it, please try it. Give it a try. It is so good. The first time I drank it, because they use it as a coffee substitute, and the first time I tried it, I'm like, I could not believe how good it is. I drink my coffee black. I'm boring. I drink it black. I always have. That's how I was raised. Mom and Dad were big coffee drinkers out on the farm. We drank black coffee every meal. So this is like a little decadent treat without having to go to Starbucks, what I'm doing right now. So this is brewing. What I use in mine, I found this monk fruit sweetener. Let's see, is it? And it doesn't raise your glycemic index. You keep cool. Plus it gives it a little bit of sweet. Like I said, this is a little Starbucks treat without all the sugar and fat and everything, and the price. Good gracious. Even for a cup of black coffee, Starbucks is $4 anymore. So I just got this at my local grocery store. It's 0 net carbs, 0 glycemic index, 0 calories, 2 times sweeter than sugar, and keto friendly. And it's really good. So is that brew. I also have some half and half because, like I said, this is like my little treat. This is what I'm using, Organic Valley. I try to stick with grass-fed meat, milk, butter, that kind of thing. Like I said, as I get older, I need to be more careful. Trust me, there's many days I'm not very careful. But, so let's go ahead and pour this out. I wish I had smell-o-vision because it does. It smells just like cappuccino. Because you got the cinnamon, the vanilla, black tea, and you will be amazed at roasted dandelion root. So I put my 2 sweeteners in because it's my treat. And a little splash of cream to give it that creaminess of cappuccino. And there we go. A beautiful cup of fake cappuccino that rivals Starbucks right there. So have a great day, everybody. I will see you in the next video.